What is up, everybody? My name is Hyken, and today we'll be taking a look at the Logitech G305. Wait, haven't I done this before? Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Okay, well, this time it's different because my product reviews don't suck anymore. So, yeah. All joking aside, I did change something about the mouse. We'll get to that a little bit later. So this is kind of a newish video. Don't worry, I'm not at the point where I'm recycling content and doing the same thing over and over again. Not there yet. Give it another month. Before we get started, please do remember to like and subscribe. That really does help me out. Also, feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section below telling me what I should review next. If you have any questions about any of the products that I review on the channel, feel free to drop by my Twitch stream. I stream Tuesday through Thursday at about 4 p.m. West Coast time. That schedule might change pretty soon, but we'll see. Twitch link is twitch.tv/Hyken, spelled H-I-K-1-N, and that'll be down in the description below. First off, let's get into some of the basics. This mouse is usually priced in about the $50 to $60 range. The black version of the mouse right now is $47, and the white version is going to be $58. That's on Amazon.com. I'll go ahead and leave an affiliate link down in the description below. That won't cost you any extra, but it will send a small commission my way. It really does help out the channel. Out of the box, with the battery that they send with you, I believe it's a Duracell battery. It's going to be around 100 grams, which is actually pretty heavy, but we do have a solution to that. We'll get into that later. This mouse comes equipped with a 12,000 DPI Logitech Hero sensor. It's absolutely fantastic. This mouse feels like an extension of my arm. A lot of gamers are scared of wireless mice because they think that there's latency, but there's actually no more latency on this than there is on a really good wired mouse, for instance. There have been several videos done on the topic, so I'm not going to go into detail on that, but trust me, this mouse is just as good as any wired mouse. The mouse can be controlled through Logitech's G-Hub software. It lets you do fairly standard things for mouse software, create macros, remap button functions, stuff like that. There's no lighting on the mouse, so there won't be any lighting options for this mouse. I really love the sound of these switches for the right and left click, although my one complaint about them is that they're a little bit too easy to press for my liking. The side buttons on this mouse aren't fantastic. They do require about a medium bit of force to activate them, but I think that's about perfect for me. I also really like the sound of them. The DPI button feels fine, but it's on the top of the mouse, which means that there's always going to be risk of activating it during your game if your hand slips, which can be a problem on this mouse depending how sweaty your hands get. Sorry, sweaty gamers. I usually just go ahead and unmap the DPI button if it's on the top of the mouse. I find that it's just a really great insurance policy so I don't mess it up during the middle of the game. The scroll wheel is also fine. It requires enough force to scroll down that you won't really have to worry about scrolling down too far or miss-scrolling or anything like that. The middle button is also quite nice. It requires a good amount of force to activate. Let's go ahead and have a sound test for all these clicks. The shape of this mouse is actually also pretty good. I used to love it, but then I started using the Model O, which I like quite a bit more. The biggest difference between the two of these is that the hump of the mouse is about in the middle on the Model O, right after where the clicks end. On the G305, it's a little bit farther back toward the end of the mouse. I'm really not a fan of this. I find that it's not as comfortable for my hand. It's comfortable enough, but I feel like if I was here for 6 hours gaming and using this mouse, my hand might begin to cramp a little bit. I think this mouse is really good for people with small to medium hands, definitely people who prefer fingertip gripping or claw gripping. This mouse works fine for palm grippers, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think that it might be a little bit too small for that. Whenever I did try to palm grip with this mouse, I found that the most comfortable way to do it was with the heel of my palm resting on the mouse pad, and I just didn't find that comfortable at all, especially for arm aiming. If you're a wrist aimer, I think that might be alright, but if you're an arm aimer like myself, I would stay away from this mouse if you prefer palm grip. Alright, so let's talk about that weight and see about getting it down. So, first thing I did was I went ahead and I got a AAA battery with a AA battery adapter. It should be up on screen about now. Relatively inexpensive through Amazon depending how many you get. If you just get the smallest pack of each, it shouldn't really cost you that much at all. I went ahead and got these Energizer lithium batteries. They're pretty lightweight. I don't know the exact weight on these, but I know that with the adapter you can get this thing down to probably somewhere in the 90 gram area. Now, if you do what I did and you go ahead and cut off most of the adapter, only leaving the end pieces, you can get the weight down to, I would say, probably about 85 grams. That's a lot closer to the 80 gram mark that the Logitech G Pro Wireless is at, and that mouse is absolutely amazing according to everything I've heard. Now, it's not exactly the 68 grams that the Model O is, and I do notice a difference between the two, but I think that with practice I could definitely get used to the slightly heavier mouse. Also, I didn't make these up myself, these battery adjustments. I got them from a Linus Tech Tips video, which I believe they got it from either r/mouse review or one of the other mouse Reddits. I'll go ahead and leave the link to the Linus Tech Tips video down in the description below so you can see it for yourself. So yes, this is still a great mouse, as long as you're willing to modify the weight. Or if you like heavier mice, go ahead and leave the heavy battery in, whatever works best for you. If you're in the market for a small mouse and a reasonable weight, also for a reasonable price, then yeah, this is an excellent option. As for me, I've been using the Model O for a while now, and I really do like that shape more than I like the shape of this mouse. I really don't notice the wire on the Model O, thankfully, because it's a very well designed wire. But yeah, I'm not switching back to the Logitech G305. I'm staying with the Model O because I do notice that weight difference, but really, if you like this mouse, then definitely try out these battery modifications that I've suggested. This is still a great mouse, but it's just not the mouse for me. Alrighty everyone, that's going to do it for me today. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!